It was quite an impressive victory last night for AEK as they went on the road. And Monterrey Venezia put up a tough test. And remember, Monterrey Venezia started the campaign off very well as they beat Banvit 108-101. So AEK will be thinking to themselves, if we can beat Monterrey Venezia, we can do the same thing against Banvit. They know it's not an easy job. Manolopoulos would have done his homework on Banvit and realized the players that they've got up front. Very experienced coach, made a little bit of a trade out in America, in the American universities. Now finds himself with the hot job here in the capital of Greece, Athens, for one of Greek basketball's most historical and colorful clubs in AEK. Well, we'll just introduce you to our officials. Our officials, as they've done in every other FIBA competition, representing countries of Bosnia, Spain, and Albania, Cici Gentian, Conde Antonio, and Zurapovic Ademir. And we're very proud to say that we have some of the finest officials here in the Basketball Champions League. They also represent world basketball, and they'll do a good job tonight. Both teams just show their respects just before we get ready for tip-off. Shannon, not the foundation big fella, but can definitely step in to play some good minutes for his team. Banvit, definitely with the players like Kulig, a strong team this year. Maybe not as strong as the players they had last year, but definitely got a team that could definitely move forward and get the team further in this competition, that's for sure. Taylor and Colaro both chipping in very impressive numbers for Banvit, breaching 24 and 20 points each. So they definitely, like I said, they've got the ability. It's just how consistency they can play. Well, the starting lineup for Banvit, you got the big man in the middle, Gaspar Vidmar, as he's partnered down low with Angelo Calero. And in the backcourt, Tony Taylor will partner with Can Chan Altenig and Tolga Geshim. Coach Sasha Filipovsky of Macedonia. Be hoping that his team can get off to an early start. Like I say, it's a tough job to come here on the road in Athens and pick up a victory against a team like AEK. Starting lineups for AEK, you got the big man in the middle, scored 18 points last week, Demetrius Mavroidis, partnered with Banjasi, along with Kelsey Barlow and Vasilis Santopoulos. Play alongside Delroy James, the game winner from last week. It's a very, very strong lineup. Manolopoulos, we mentioned, we gave him the accolades earlier, did a bit of time out in the USA at the university level, now has one of the biggest jobs in the whole of Greek basketball at AEK Athens. AEK is one of the biggest clubs in Greek basketball history. So this tournament is very important for them that they get off to a good start. Big win last week in Italy. Try to make up for their opening day disappointment against the Movistar Estudiantes. Mike Green, very, very impressive American player. Very lethal from the perimeter as well.
You know who you guard? Good. It's very important he doesn't start strong. Okay. First offense. We're gonna play 24. Kelsey.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us, and do not go anywhere because we're 1 minute away from tip for this Group C Basketball Champions League regular season fixture between AEK of Athens and Banvit of Turkey.
5, 4. Otherwise, maybe the
James, help. Driver. Okay. First offense. You play one side. Done. Open good. Open good. Without call. Yeah. Open good. Yeah. Give me good screen here. Dribble, handle. Gape. Go middle. Give me this second screen for shot.
Good start. Dennis, 2-3.
Right.
Guys.
Read, follow. Nothing other side. Second offense.
Well, Banvit will definitely have high expectations for this Basketball Champions League season. After all, they almost made it to the final last year, just coming up short. And they'll be thinking in their minds that they've replenished. Definitely lost a few players from last year. But it's so important that they really get off to a good start. They lost to the champions, Iberostar Tenerife, which was quite unlucky. But, you know, in their favor, they did very, very well, but really got to do their best to try and push on and get back to where they need to be. Well, we're set for tip, ladies and gentlemen, so don't go anywhere, as this game's about to get started. It's AEK versus Banvit. It's the Basketball Champions League. We're underway soon. AEK get the first tip, and Xanthopoulos will just try to get things started. Goes pick and roll, Ship under the basket. C gets blocked. It's got to be a traveling violation. It is indeed. Good defensive work by Gaspar Vidmar. You can see Brandon C try to come over and just try to jam it right in the face, but Vidmar standing at 7 feet tall, able to get his hand up and block the shot. Uses the screen, looks for options. He kicks it out in the corner. They throw it down low, spins to the baseline and turns it over. Defensive play by Mavroidis. Gaspar Vidmar tried to go for the baseline spin, but just dribbled the ball out of bounds. Xanthopoulos played 26 minutes last week, didn't score a bucket. Puts up a three in the early stages, can't get it. Banvit, they'll try and break down the middle. Has the ball in transition, fakes it down the middle, pulls up from 15. Both teams struggling in the first few shots here in the early stages. Go pick and pop. Delroy James thought about the three. Throws it down low to Mavroidis. Mavroidis backs down against Gaspar Vidmar. Turns the other way, tries off the backboard, misses widely. And Banvit can break. It's 3-on-3. Transition, throw it down. Just dunks it. And again, he had 20 points last week, and it's Caloero again. Big plays, he ran the fast break very wide. And there's a foul on the ground. The basket will not counter, it will. It's Delroy James that was fouled. Let's have a look at the replays. He took on Caloero, just took it down his right. He's fouled right there. I've seen referees call those and-1s sometimes, but no, it's fouls on the ground. It's not an and-1 play. They kick it out. Gave up the three. Got another kick out. Xanthopoulos still can't score. Rebound by Gaspar Vidmar. Getchim can break. Transition. Beautiful play. gives it all the way down to Angelo Caloero. And what a beautiful pass by Getchim. I mean, that was right through the zone of defense. Barrow throws it down low. Backs down James. Easily done with the strength of the left-handed jump hook. Delroy James only scored 4 points last week in their win against Umanorea Venezia. But the 4th point was the most crucial of the game as they picked up the win. There's a foul on the grain. It's on Xanthopoulos. Xanthopoulos, very, very useful, effective point guard, but he's going to have to put up a few more points tonight to ensure they can get a victory. And you can see it's a silly, careless foul to give away in the early stages. Kicks out, Getchim, gives up the three. Three ball in the corner. We got a triple to begin the game. Here we go. Banvit off to a very confident start. Gets the screen from Mavroidis. All the way, Xanthopoulos off the backboard, rolls it off the backboard. And he gets 2 points to go. Getchim takes it down the middle, looks for the pick and roll with Vidmar, can't get it. Vidmar keeps it alive, and he just able to lay it up. Thought he turned the ball over, but he had a good enough hands to keep it away from C. James gets the handoff for Xanthopoulos. Barlow looks for an isolation, can't get it. Good defense. Xanthopoulos behind the back. He's fouled on the ground by Taylor. Tony Taylor, one of the top players last week for Banvit, just picks up his first personal foul. You can see, puts it behind his back and just has his hands on him. It's a good call from the official. Barlow takes it in, puts up the 1 foot floater, can't get it. Banvit can break. Kicks out, Colaro. Throws it down low, Gaspar Vidmar, and it's an easy finish for the big fella from Slovenia. And Ike are gonna have to call timeout because Banvit are off to a good roll. You see Gaspar Vidmar really making good effective use of the pick and roll. As soon as he sets that screen, he's got one thing on his mind, that's the roll right to the basket.
Don't attack the ball and we get caught on the screen. We have to be aggressive. We get caught on the screen. And then we play 2-on-2, we force to switch and then throw the ball to Vidmar because he's tall. We need to press the ball more. Come on. We have to be more aggressive. The transition defense.
It's very similar to the timeout he called against Movistar Estudiantes in the opening game. He asked him the question, guys, do you want to play? You're here, you got to play with a bit more heart. Now he's asking for a bit more aggression. So far, Banvit only 1 3-pointer they've hit so far in the game. It's only early stages, but this game will be sure to have a few light-ups. Angelo Caloero definitely has the ability to pop it from the perimeter as well, so they're trying to get him as many open looks as possible. Spins, goes to the baseline, can't get it, big miss. Mavroidis just does enough to try and get the offensive rebound and gets the foul called on Gaspar Vidmar. You can see spins and looks like Gaspar Vidmar's holding on to Mavroidis. A good call from the official. Takes it down the middle, looking for the roll, gives it to Mavroidis. Mavroidis, reverse layup. Now remember, he had a very, very tough opening in game day 1 against Movistar Estudiantes. Scored 18 points last week in their win over Rimanere Venezia. He's very effective. Fakes the pass. It gets. Oh, it's a traveling violation. And it looked like it was going to be a good move, but in the end, gets called for the traveling violation. Just have a look at the replay. Fakes the pass. 2, 3. Yeah, good call. 3 steps. And here's the pick and roll play with Mavroidis with the reverse layup. As easy as it gets. They're going to need a lot more of that tonight if they're going to win this game. Barlow kicks it out to James. James isolation. Here's where he wants. Crosses it over. Takes it down the middle. Foul. And he'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. And that's what he's good at most. Getting the ball in the wing. Looking for that one-on-one play. There's not many players in this competition that can guard him. Gaspar Vidmar comes and tries to step out and help, but he gets called for the personal foul. Delroy James makes the first. From Guyana originally, played at Rhode Island College, went undrafted. He's represented a few teams in the Basketball Champions League, and now he's loving life here in the capital of Greece on AEK. Takes down the middle, kicks it out. No options to go to. Tough three-pointer, can't get it, big miss. Santopoulos can break. Barlow gives it up to James. James spins, goes baseline, makes contact, doesn't get it. Kulik with the rebound, and Bandit can break down the middle. And it's an offensive foul, and it's a good defensive play from Santopoulos. Just stood his ground, took the charge. It's another turnover for Banvit. Just unable to get off the mark here in the second quarter. Correction, we're still in the first quarter. Get the pick and roll play of Mavroidis again. He kicks it out. We got a 3. Puts it up. Can't get it. James gets the offensive board. He'll try for 3. They still can't. 2 attempts. Couldn't sink it. Fake the pickoff. Kicks it out. Jay Gordon tries to pull up. He's fouled in transition. Gonna go to the free throw line for 2 shots. The foul is on Mavroidis. You can see Odom just trying to pull up for the jump shot. Yep, it's a good call. He's hit the hand. Santopoulos will go to the bench. Mike Green comes into the game just to replace him. Jay Gordon makes the first. The Hoosier from Indiana makes it 2 for 2. Bycat. Banvit have a 5-point lead. No one to kick out, but get it to James in the end. James gives up the 3. Takes it down the middle, makes the contact, and I don't know how he got that one in, but he made a tough shot against Gaspar Vidmar. Delroy James does what he does best. It's the one-on-one basketball. Vidmar spins to the baseline. Good defense by Mavroidis, but can he stop Gaspar Vidmar? 8 points already here in the first quarter. The gentle giant is on fire already. Back to Mavroidis. Nowhere to go. It's a crazy layup, but Odom can break. Crosses over. He's fouled on the ground. The foul was on Barlow. See a crossover, hands all over him. It's a bit of a careless foul. Got to be careful. You don't want to pick up an unsportsmanlike foul. You see he's making no attempt. How did Delroy James get that in and around Gaspar Vidmar? I mean, that's a tough layup, that is. Lucian Chikoto will make his debut into the game. Odom looked around, nowhere to go. Kicks it out, Caballero gave up the three. Beautiful, unselfish basketball. Angelo Caballero dished it up to Kulig under the basket. He just laid it up. Barlow gives the pick and roll. Spins to the middle, makes the contact. Alonu can't get it. Puts it behind his back. Good defense from Barlow. Nowhere to go, but he's fouled on the ground. It's a bit silly because he was playing such good defense. He was forcing him into a turnover. Bonvit just make a change. Getchim just going to take a little bit of a break. Catch and shoot right up the inbound, can't get it. Rebound from Alonu. And Green can break down the side. Green all the way, shows the strength, power, doesn't get it. Gonna go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Mike Green, what a strong move. Was held back and he had to go up against Gaspar Vidmar. You see he's held here on the screen, takes it in. Not fazed by Kulig and attack the basket aggressively. You're gonna get 2 free throws. Mike Green makes the first. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Mike Green played at Butler University. Makes it 2 for 2, and last season, Green was playing at Turkish rival club Pinar Karşıyaka in Izmir. Sure he's loving the switch over here in Athens. We got a still, and it looks like the Bonvit have been called for an unsportsmanlike foul on Ratins, because you can see Larentzakis just able to reach in and steal the ball. Yep, right there, you can see. He was careless, just pushed him, because now Larentzakis is going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots, and now Ike will get possession back afterwards. Larentzakis makes the first. Misses the second one. Larentzakis from Marousi, Athens. Local, of course, but played at Basketball Champions League Greek rival team, Aris Salonika. So he swapped 1 yellow and black for another yellow and black here in the capital. Played some good minutes for Ike. Looks for the pick and roll. Nowhere to go. Sakota's got to give it up. Green shakes and bakes, crosses over, puts it through his legs, and he turns it over. Caballero can break, does the Euro step, and one. Angelo Caballero. Beautiful Euro step in transition. See, he picked it up, just reached in, and it was a 2-on-1 situation. Stepped over, made the contact, and laid it up off the backboard. He's going to go to the free throw line to make it a 3-point play. The Italian-American makes it a three-point play. He's having a good game tonight. Played fantastic last week with 20 points against Olympia. Sakota looks for the handoff. Can't get the three. We've got 23 seconds to go in the first quarter. 8 seconds difference between the game and shot clock. Odin gives it up to Kulig. Odin pulls up for a deep three. Oh, baby! Banvit are on fire. Take a 10-point lead through Jake Odom. And Ike now have 6 seconds here left in the first quarter. Green crosses over, kicks it out. Sakota for three at the end of the first quarter. Deuce and Sakota hits the three-er. And at the end of the first quarter, Banvit hold a 7-point lead against Ike, 23-16. This game just starting to come into life. Both teams not really so much scrapping, but just trying to find their feet and get good shots. Banvit just getting a lot more right now out of the likes of Gaspar Vidmar and Angelo Calaiero. You can see Banvit 7 for 8 from the two-pointer, 2 for 4 from the three. Ike 4 for 11.
Money.
Ike is just moving the ball a little. Well, actually, Banvit are moving the ball just a little bit better and getting those better looks. High percentage shots. And like we said, a lot going through Gaspar Vidmar. Angelo Calaiero just doing a great job of getting out on the break. A big man who can run. Delroy James doing what he does best, attacks the basket. Not many players can guard him. What an unbelievable pass from Getchim to give it to Calaiero. James just backing down. It's a good mismatch he's got. He's going to try and take advantage of it. Big three in the corner. Xanthopoulos, the tricky magician. Gaspar Vidmar using the size and the strength and the years of experience. Mavroidis as well. Now, how did Delroy James get that shot off? I mean, he wasn't even looking at the basket when he laid it up because he had Gaspar Vidmar right in front of him. Vidmar just answers down the other end. One thing you can say about Banvit, of the fact you can see getting out on the break and getting easy baskets, they're so unselfish. Look, you see the ball movement is just so well. Jake Odom just hitting the three. Sakota just having the final shot of the first quarter as well. Well, we begin the second quarter. Banvit will have first possession. Takes it down the middle, pulls up, can't get it. Elonu gets a rebound. There's a foul on the ground. It looks like the foul is on Donnie Thomas. Get the ball into Harris. Harris pulls up from 15. It's a good look, and he gets it with nothing but net. He gets his first 2 points of the game. Mike Green gets called for the personal foul. Gets a screen, tries to pick and roll. Oh my Lord! Kulig, I think it's an and-one. Again, it's Banvit with the pick and roll. You can see Elonu just nowhere to be seen. Nobody picking up Kulig down the lane. How wide open can you leave him? Set the screen, and like we said with Gaspar Vidmar, same with Kulig. He's got one thing on his mind. He sets that screen and he goes right to the basket. Also, Elonu's got no idea. Who do I pick up? Do I pick up the ball handler? Do I pick up the guy I'm guarding? Kulik can't make it a three-point play, but I mean, that was an unbelievable pick and roll play. Manny Harris will pull up for three. Manny Harris, all of a sudden, he's come on fire, baby. Hits the big triple. It's a 4-point lead to Banvit. Good ball movement from Banvit. Three in the corner, Calero can't get it. Green gets a rebound, and Iker on the run. Green all the way, makes the contact. He's gonna go to the free throw line for 2 shots. See Mike Green doing a good job getting off. Just making a concept. He can't get the and one. You saw in the last play, Elanu wanted to set a screen on the ball for Green, but Green said, no, get out the way. I've got it. It's a mismatch right now. It's a style of basketball that Ike liked to play. Spread the ball as much as possible. Get the ball in the hands of players like Delroy James and Mike Green and let them isolate. He makes the second free throw. Pick and pop now, Kulik, he'll take the three. Can't get it to go. Sakota comes up with a loose ball. And I can break. Green, transition, gives up to Larentzakis, spins. It's a crazy kick out. Comes into Manny Harris. Harris pulls up, made the last two, makes it 3 for 3. Manny Harris is on fire. Manny Harris now goes up to 7 points. Odom kicks it out to Kulik. Jake Odom takes it down his right. He'll kick out, good ball movement. Colearo gives up the three, takes it in. Someone's got to shoot the ball. They get the shot off at the end, and they drain the three-pointer. And again, it's Adoni Thomas and Banvit. What unselfish basketball. Dusan Shikota kicks it off to Elanu. Elanu against Kulik. Makes a bump. Kulik, good hands. Colearo comes up with a loose ball. And Adoni Thomas transition, kicks it out. Banvit will do what they do best. They'll try and move the ball, wear down the Ike defense as much as possible. Kulik sets the screen. Shakes and bakes, takes it in the middle, gives the pump fake, easy layup. And he had Elanu jumping up to the sky. And Jake Odom, that's as easy as it gets. The former Ohio State basketball player. And Adoni Thomas, what nerve, just to hit the three. Yeah, he got it off in time at the end of the shot clock. Look at this from Jake Odom, man. Unbelievable, beautiful pump fake, gets Elanu off the floor. Both teams really starting to play better basketball now here in the second quarter.
Make stupid turnovers here, the score fast break. 101, you can do a better job. You can do a better job.
Well, both teams equal on the rebounds, 9 apiece. Banvit without an offensive board, which is interesting because with the big players, likes of Gaspar Vidmar and Colearo, they have a very good lead right now. Well, Banvit's a very impressive shooting percentage. We've got 9 for 11 at 82%.
First offense, you play one side. Hey, one side. First offense, one side.
Get to Shikota. James isolates against Kulik. James makes the contact, can't get it to go, misses the layup. Adoni Thomas gets a rebound in a transition. Thomas bumps, can't get it himself. It looked like it came off an Ike player. Bonvit will get the ball baseline. Larentzakis looked like he had the last touch. Odom gave up the screen, didn't use it in the end. Spins around, puts up a tough shot. Jake Odom can't get it. Delroy James gets a rebound. Takes a baseline. And he just knocks out Jake Odom. And Odom looked like he just took a bit of a tough shot there from Mike Green. You can see just a little knock with the elbow. Not intentional, but enough to cause a little bit of pain. They throw it down to Dudu Shikota, and he'll back down, kicks it out. Harris, bit of shake and bake play. Manny Harris, tough shot, can't get it. Adoni Thomas with a rebound. Makes a contact, gets blocked. And almost turned it over. Larentzakis just keeps it alive. Mike Green shifted, tries to Euro step in and out. And Ike really struggling to get some good shots at the moment. Cross-court pass, takes it baseline, down low. Kulig doesn't get the and one. But Shikota picks up the personal foul. Well, Damian Kulig misses the first free throw. Played very well last week, scored 10 points in their victory over Petro Olympia. Not the foundation big man, but does all the easy stuff, sets the screens, goes to the basket. Sometimes wants to step out and hit the three-pointer as well, but very effective role player, Damian Kulig. Larentzakis pulls up with a deep three, in and out, can't get it. Ike really struggling to get a basket at the moment. Jake Odom pulls up deep three, can't get it. Manny Harris with the rebound. He's fouled on the ground. It'll be a sideline ball to Ike. Looks like Jake Odom is going to go to the bench. Pick and pop, James thought about the three, crosses over, he loses it, and Bonvit can break. It's a three-on-run play, throws it up, alley-oop, and it's an offensive foul. And Mike Green again, setting his feet, taking the charge. And what hustle play for Mike Green to get back, set his feet. You see Delroy James lost the ball. Caballero, they tried the alley-oop play, and you gotta make the most of a three-on-one play. You can't be giving up. It's Altenig. Got to be more aware of his spatial awareness. Shikota backs down against Caballero, tries his quick spin move. Dude, Shikota, now he likes that. He does not usually post up, but when he does, he takes about 3-4 dribbles and he quickly spins to the baseline, which makes it tough for any big defender to guard him and block him. That's what you got to know about Dude Shikota when he tries to back you down. Transition, they throw it up. Kulig. He's fouled on the ground. It looks like the foul's on Larentzakis. Looks like it's just a bit of a push in the back from Larentzakis. Manny Harris played some good minutes, just put up 7 points. So he goes to the bench. Thomas pulls up, no, gives it to Kulik. Kulik's fouled. He's fouled by Mike Green. He's going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Damian Kulik, we talked about how he wasn't the foundation big man, but here's what we're talking about. Sets a screen, goes right to the basket, has the mismatch against him, and just able to put a layup up. Can't make the 3-point play, but Mike Green just a little bit too aggressive for that. Free throw struggles still continue. Damian Kulik played for the Polish national team. Makes a second one. Banvit have a 6-point lead here with just under 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. James will go to the bench as Mavroidis comes back into the game. Throw it down low, Shikota backs down, puts up a crazy hook, doesn't get it. Bit of a soft move, he's looking for a foul, but he's not getting it. He tried a lob play, Calaiaro doesn't get it, but he's gonna go to the free throw line as Xanthopoulos picks up another foul. Second person of the game. You can see it's a nice lob play from Gaspar Vidmar, Angelo Calaiaro. Makes the first. He was up to 8 points at the free throws. Had a very impressive game. Likes to play the small forward role. Bit of a stretch big man as well, but runs the floor very well. Sakota gives it back to Mavroidis. He lays it up. He does a reverse slam because he knew he was going to get blocked by Gaspar Vidmar. It's a nice play from Mavroidis along with Dusan Shikota, who picks up the assist. Vidmar goes handoff. Adoni Thomas, a tough shot. Can't get it. Barrow with a rebound. Larentzakis looking for his options. Back to Mavroidis. Mavroidis spins in the middle. Vidmar standing strong. Kicks it out. Barlow's got to shoot the 3. Oh, baby! Barlow with a deep 3, and that was from way out. I mean, that is almost NBA range. And that is a big shot by Kelsey Barlow. Hits his first 3 points of the game. Good defense from Larentzakis, making life difficult. Gets the floater off, can't get it. I'm not sure Barlow had to do that, but try to save it. He just stepped out of bounds. What you can think of is if Larentzakis had a piece of the ball. Look at the previous pick and roll play. Both teams really, really using the pick and roll to exploit the big men. Well, we got a timeout as we're just a few minutes away from the end of the first half here in this game day 3 fixture between Banvit and our host Ike Athens. Caballero, top scorer right now for Bandit with 9 points. Dodi Thomas chipping in 5 rebounds and gets you with 5 assists already.
Switch everything.
Remember, 2 for 4 for layup, and then 5 for 2 for 3.
Manny Harris, top scorer, but
Switch to deny.
Manny Harris coming into the game and just
Go under so they don't block.
using as much isolation as possible. Very, very lethal player. Played in the NBA for the Cavaliers and the LA Lakers. Turnover is relatively low for both these teams. It's a good sign because we are watching some good basketball. Only 5 and 4 turnovers here in the first half. And just listen to those Ike fans of all ages, very passionate to wear the yellow and black, as they say, Mavro Iquitrino. They get it inbound. Caballero kicks it out. We got a trip on the corner. Can't get it. Harris with the rebound. Larentzakis faked it, pulled up for 10 feet. It looks like he's fouled by Gaspar Vidmar. He's going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. You can see he faked the screen, and it's not too much contact in it, but it's enough. But Gianoulis Larentzakis is going to go to the free throw line now. Well, Gianoulis Larentzakis only recently just became a member of the Greek national team. We'll be seeing him in a few more FIBA competitions, whether it be the Eurobasket, the Olympics, or the World Championship. This is a promising career ahead of him. Makes the second free throw. 2-point lead to Bandit. Kicks it out, Kulig. Can't get it. Barlow thought about the 3, give it to Shakota. Shakota takes it in, and he's stripped by Caballero. Transition. Bounce pass is beautifully done. Who was picking him up? I mean, that is too easy. Started with Caballero. There's a foul on the ground, and the 3-pointer will not count. The foul's on Damian Kulig. Here you can see Angelo Caballero comes up with the steal. And this is what you gotta love about stretch big men. All the way, and not a single Ike player to get back and cover him. There you can see the foul from Damian Kulig. Well, we got a timeout. It's just over a minute to go here in the second quarter of this Basketball Champions League fixture between Banvit and Ike of Athens.
Hold the play. Listen. And this. You're here.
Caballero and Odom, top scorers right now at 9 and 7. Hasn't been a relatively high-scoring game for these two teams, but yes, we are watching some good basketball. Both teams really making the most of the ball movement.
Yeah, but it was late a little. We switch everything. Okay, we switch everything.
Everything.
Next offense.
Manny Harris, top scorer for Ike, 7 points still. 3 big jump shots. A lot of them he creates by himself.
Get this defense. No foul. No foul.
Demetrius Mavridis misses the first. Another one from Marusi. Played for a variety of clubs in Greece. As he misses 0 for 2. Kulik, not a lot of options. 6 on the shot clock. Takes down the middle, kicks it out. Kulik from 15 to pick and pop, and just drains it. You can see the penetration. They try to double down, but Kulik just made himself open enough to hit the jump shot from 10 feet. And Ike now down by 6. They're going to go for the last shot here. They want the ball in the hands of Manny Harris. Harris takes it. Harris draws a contact, and it's a tough call because it looked like Altinic did a good job to step over and help, but Manny Harris is going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. See the isolation comes across. I'm not quite sure who the foul's on. Misses the first. Manny Harris from Detroit, Michigan. Played at the University of Michigan as well. Went undrafted, but had stints with the Cleveland Cavaliers 2 times, as well as playing for the Los Angeles Lakers. Makes the seconds, goes to 8 points with the free throw. And Delroy James comes back into the game. With a second left to try to get the last shot, doesn't count. And at the end of the first half, it's the visitors from Turkey, Banvit, who are leading 38-33 against our hosts here in Athens. It's been some relatively good basketball we've seen here in the first quarter. And we'll just show you some highlights and stats. But go get a drink, go get something to eat, but don't go anywhere too long, as we'll be back shortly for the second half of this Group C fixture of the Basketball Champions League. See Banvit 11 for 18 so far in the first half. Ike only 8 for 19. Both teams with 3 triples apiece. And it's Banvit just getting a little edge on the rebound, 17 to 15. And we talked about the turnovers not being too high, and it's only 5 apiece, which is very impressive. Both teams just really going through the motions. It was not the highest scoring of games as Caloero and Harris top scorers with 8 and 9. Manny Harris really only featuring more in the second quarter. Caloero with 4 steals as well. Well, here are some highlights from the first half, but don't go anywhere long, ladies and gentlemen, because we'll be back shortly for the second half of this Group C fixture. It's the Basketball Champions League. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here in the second half of this Group C Basketball Champions League regular season fixture between our host AEK Athens and Banvit of Turkey. It's been a bit of a slow start here in the first half. It's interesting. Both teams with only 5 turnovers apiece, but haven't really scored a lot of points. Getting good looks, but just not finishing. Neither team really lighting up from the perimeter. But, you know, we are watching some good basketball. It's just the shots aren't dropping right now. Angelo Calero, top scorer for Banvit, also has 4 steals as well. Playing very, very impressively. Had a very good game last week as well, but the likes of Gaspar Vidmar, who was very dominant in the first quarter, was a bit quiet in the second quarter. Manny Harris, top scorer for AEK, coming off the bench and showing what he can do and what he's capable of. But for AEK, it's all about one-on-one isolation. They've got so many talented players on the court, but try to get the ball in Harris's hands as much as possible. He's partnered with the likes of Mike Green and Xanthopoulos as well. Well, Altenig has been very standard so far. He's gone and played some good minutes. He likes to shoot the perimeter shot. He's had a few good looks already in the game. Made 1 big 3 in the first quarter. But to try to get as much out of him as possible here in the second half. Both these teams, 1 win and 1 loss already in Group C. And this game's all about bragging rights as well, because they both come from countries that are rival sports nations. A lot of history between these two countries as well. Both magnificent nations. And very, very good at basketball as well. So it's very important. They go back. Banvit want to go back to Turkey, saying they beat AEK. And AEK want to read the Greek Mail tomorrow, say that they beat Banvit.
But when the ball goes to 4, κάνε ένα fake και στείς του ένα screen στο δεξί του χέρι. Μπορεί να κάνουν heads out, έχεις πάσα μέσα, or this side, or attack close out.
Let's go, let's go, come on. Πάμε, 1, 2, 3.
Well, Manolopoulos doing a good job of splitting his coaching communication in both Greek and English. Remember, coached out in America at the university level. He's got experiences on both sides of the pond. Played his college basketball at Boston University in the late 80s, early 90s. He's had a very respectful coaching career. He's coached at the rival Greek basketball team in the Basketball Champions League of Aris. He was originally the assistant at AEK, but now he steps into the big time as he takes on the role as head coach. Well, we get set to start the second half, and Xanthopoulos will begin things early here. Xanthopoulos looking over a double high pick, trying to get the ball to Sakota. They get it to him in the end, down low. Mavroidis fakes the screen, misses a wide open layup, tips it back in. It's a good play that. Altenig gets a screen from Gaspar Vidmar. Takes him with the floater. And they go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Can't get the M1 to go. And the foul, it's called on Mavroidis. Just switched on the screen. Well, actually, no, it's not. Looks like it's on Kelsey Barrow. Jan Altenig. Played for a variety of clubs in Turkey. Was once, had 2 spells at Fenerbahçe. So he makes a second free throw. He's had a decent game tonight so far. Relatively stable. He's up to 6 points now. Chakota gives the handoff back to Xanthopoulos. Xanthopoulos takes it in with his right, down low. Manny Harris, easy dish. Now it all started with Manny Harris because as Xanthopoulos made the penetration to the basket, Harris's man lost eye on him. And Manny Harris went backdoor with the easy layup, and he's up to 10 points. Gets the screen, looking for options, down to Vidmar, and he hasn't scored since the first quarter, but that is what Gaspar Vidmar will give. He sits those picks, and he rolls right to the basket. He's such a big target. He's up to 8 points tonight. Xanthopoulos gets a screen. Mavroidis gives a pump fake. He's fouled on the ground by Gaspar Vidmar. You see Vidmar doing a good job showing on the pick this time. It's a good way to defend because he's just able to get back and pick his man up in time. Xanthopoulos gets it in. Sakota. Down low, Sakota. He's going to look for the quick spin to the baseline. This time goes middle, in and around. Can't get it. And he's fouled on the ground by Caloiaro. Takes it middle, in and around. I'm not quite sure what Angelo Caloiaro has committed because he's got his hands up. You got to respect the official's decision. Dusan Sakota is going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Dusan Sakota missed the first, but you know, a very, very interesting career he's had. Played for a variety of big clubs before he was here in Ike. Played in Italy for Varese. It's interesting, 3-stretch 4, because he's got the height and size of a post player, but really his bread and butter is on the perimeter. He loves to shoot the perimeter 3-pointer, especially if he's guarded by bigger men his size who aren't quick enough. Almost turn it over, but they keep it alive. Backs down. Good defense from Harris. But in the end, he gets it to go, and that is a very, very tough shot. As Getchim just does the post up. It's his first 2 points of the game. Mavroidis, this is what he wants to do. Back down against Kulik, goes baseline, lays it up. Mavroidis, and we're seeing some good post back down play here on both ends of the court. Up to 8 points, Mavroidis. Altidate takes it in. He's looking for a kick out, but no options. He's got the switch now. A bit of a mismatch. Cross-court pass. We got a wide open 3. Caloiaro in and out. Can't get it. There's a foul on the ground. Looks like they're going to call it on Mavroidis. And you can hear the home fans do not like the call. Let's have a look at the replay. Shot went up. Yeah, you can see Mavroidis has got his arms locked with Kulig. He's actually locked up Kulig's arms. It's a good call from the official. Very, very good eye. Takes it in, pulls up from 15 feet, in and out, can't get it. There's a foul on the ground. This time, they called it on Damian Kulig because I think he pushed Xanthopoulos in the back when he's going for the rebound. You can see the shot's gone up. Xanthopoulos. Yeah, it's just a little bit of a nudge in the back, and it's another good call. Ike will have possession. Is down by 3. Barlow kicks it out. Xanthopoulos back. Oh, beautiful bounce pass. Mavroidis got to make it. And Xanthopoulos, a no-look bounce pass, couldn't get the finish from Mavroidis. Takes it down the middle, kicks it out. Taylor goes baseline for Altenig. No options. Get it back out to Taylor. Taylor step backs, pulls for the 3. Can't get it. Big rebound by Vidmar, but Manny Harris just able to reach in and steal it. Xanthopoulos kicks it out to Harris. Harris pulls up deep 3. Manny Harris can't get it. It was a good look. Spits in around, they dribble off the floor and catch him. Really should have gone up with it. I think he was worried about getting blocked. He tried to give it off to Vidmar, but really he's got to take it in himself. Vidmar puts the ball on the floor. Gaspar Vidmar, one dribble, lays it up. Mavroidis just a little too slow to recover. The big man just showing the one-on-one ability. Barlow kicks it out to Sakota. Xanthopoulos again, crazy kind of shot. Manny Harris just fouled by Altenig under the basket. I think Altenig shows his disapproval to the court. He's going to go to the bench and sit down as Adoni Thomas comes back into the game. And Olanu checks in as well. Mavroidis takes a break. Barlow throws it down to Sakota. Sakota backs down. He's looking for the quick spin. Takes it down the middle. Nowhere to go. The hook shot. And Dusan Sakota, that was a tough shot. And he didn't go with his usual quick spin to the baseline. He went down the middle for the hook shot. Takes it in. Gets blocked. Calaro thought about the pass, but he shoots a shot. And he just neatly nets it from 15 feet. Angelo Calaiaro been a little bit quiet here in the second half. He gives Banvit a 5-point lead. Xanthopoulos trying to get to Sakota, but Calaiaro just doing excellent defensive duties. Xanthopoulos kicks it up and just gets a tip back in from Olanu. Dusan Sakota, heavily guided by Calaiaro, put up a crazy shot, and Olanu just able to tip it in. Thomas gets a screen, takes to the basket, nowhere to go, looking for the kick out, gets it to Taylor. Taylor, he'll go in off the backboard, and Taylor just needs it off the backboard as he had a little bit of contact from Xanthopoulos. Sakota, quick catch and shoot for three. Sakota can't get it. It looked like Taylor got a shot from Gaspar Vidmar. Vidmar puts his hand up to say, my bad, pal. Taylor got numbers, puts up a wild circus shot, can't get it. They came off an Ike player. As Banvit's going to have possession baseline. You can see it's come off the foot of Manny Harris. Mike Green comes back into the game as Xanthopoulos goes to the bench. Vidmar trying to take on Olanu. Puts up the floater, can't get it. Olanu with a rebound. Barlow gives it to Harris. Thomas gambles. Harris transition, takes on Vidmar. Gives it to Olanu, almost fumbles it, keeps it alive. Spins, use the backboard, big move! And all of a sudden, Ike just starting to step up their play as Olanu makes a huge, huge shot. And Banvit are gonna have to call timeout. Manny Harris went baseline, he almost fumbled it, kept it alive, and almost got called for a 3-second violation, but beautiful post spin out, laid it off the backboard.
Guys, they scored stupid basket against us, stupid basket they scored. Because you play defense for 20 seconds, not for 24. Come on!
He's making the point right now. You got to play defense a little bit tougher, but remember, you got to play for the full 24 seconds. Right now, it's only Chinemelu Olanu who's top rebounder with 4 rebounds. Well, the good thing is that this game really has come to life here in the third quarter. Both teams is back and forth at the moment. It's moving the ball a little bit better, getting some good shots. Big screen by Gaspar Vidmar. Doesn't get called for the foul, but they throw it down low to the big man. He's double teamed. He's fouled on the ground by Mike Green. You can see he's double teamed and Mike Green just reaching. Big three, pulls, lets it go, and just nets it. And that is a deep, deep three-pointer. And Rautins, who's been relatively quiet in this game, just comes up good. Sakota back to Mike Green. Green kicks out to Barlow. Barlow gives a pump fake. 4 on the shot clock. He's got to get a shot off. Steps back, it's a tough shot. Can't get it. Harris, offensive board, misses a wide open layup. Back to Barlow. He can't score. Gets his offensive rebound. Harris pulls up for the three. Matty Harris, another miss. A sequence of 4 shots and no basket for Ike. Vidmar with another big scream. And it's an offensive foul this time. I'm not sure if they've called that on Vidmar or if they've called that on Taylor. I think they've called that on Gaspar Vidmar to set some very, very hard screens. No, I don't think that is on Vidmar. I think that's on Rautins. Green gets a screen, pulls up from 15 foot, tough shot, can't get it. Big rebound from Rautins. Two minutes to go here in the third quarter. Kick out Rautins, he's made his last shot, dishes off Vidmar. Manny Harris comes up with the ball. Transition, Alonu, it's good play, pump fakes, and Chinamelo Alonu runs the break, and it's another good vision from Manny Harris to pick him out. Gaspar Vidmar misses a wide open layup. Manny Harris takes it down the middle, dishes off. Alonu can't get it. I mean, it's back and forth. Both teams just falling asleep here. Kalearu backs down against Mike Green. Cross court gets into Taylor. Taylor pulls up for the three. Oh, baby! Just drains the three-pointer, and that is a dagger right to the hearts of all the Ike players. Tony Taylor, big game last week. And here's a replay from Manny, giving it transition to Chinamelo Alonu. I mean, look at the Kalearu cross court out here to Tony Taylor. Doesn't even think about it, just lets it go, and boom. And Ike got to call timeout.
I want one good offense that has continuity. Play 122.
Well, Banvit 5 for 14 from the perimeter. Ike only 3 for 11, but Ike have had 35 shots tonight. Banvit only 27, so Ike, the story for them is just got to finish. Gaspar Vidmar, he's getting a lot of good looks, but he's missed some wide open layups so far. It's the same for Ike. Really got to take advantage. Maverides and Chinamelo Alonu missing the easy twos under the basket. Harris takes it in, makes the contact off the backboard. Manny Harris, strong move, right up against Gaspar Vidmar. It's a big bucket to score. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Banvit can go 2 for 1. Bandit getting shot here. There's a foul on the ground. It's on Manny Harris. And the idea of a 2 for 1 is Banvit got a shot before the 24 seconds. Doesn't give Ike the last shot, which means Banvit would get one last opportunity to score before the end of the quarter, but with 30 seconds, it's unrealistic right now. Manny Harris picks up a second personal foul. Gets it into Vidmar. Tony Taylor, Mr. Clutch, hit the big last shot. You go pick and roll Vidmar. Taylor pulls up, tough shot, 15, can't get it. And Ike will have one opportunity. They'll try and run the clock down. This is gonna be Mike Green, isolation. Gets a screen from Alanu. Gets the roll, Alanu almost loses it, keeps it alive, kicks it out. Sakota made one big three, Dush Sakota, oh, in and out, can't get it. And that is unlucky, because Dush Sakota was able to get a shot off. But at the end of the third quarter, it is Banvit who hold a 5-point lead, still in the lead in this game. And it's been some exciting stuff to watch so far. It's 55-50. Group C fixture between Ike Athens and Banvit Turkey. Well, the third quarter really has come alive in this game. As you can see, Ike have had more shot opportunities, 16 for 36, while Banvit only 16 for 28. But Ike's problem is they're missing so many wide open layups under the basket. They really have to finish. They don't want to look back on this game, and Mavridis has played so well, but he's missed a lot of wide open shots. And the same goes for Chinamanu Alonu. Good play from Santopoulos and Manny Harris with a 1-2 punch. Gaspar Vidmar as well, he's missed a few down the stretch. So they've really got to try and make these buckets count. Getchin with a post up against Manny Harris and just finishing. Mavridis with a back down spin baseline. Some exciting stuff between these two teams. They've really started to set on fire in the third quarter. Ike, home team, they want to go to 2-1 because both these teams are 1 win and 1 loss. Well, Banvit, it's going to be a big, big statement from them. Remember, Banvit made it to the final last year where they lost to Iberostar Tenerife. So they know what it takes to go far in this competition. Banvit will want to get back to that position and try, finish with a better result than they had last year. Get the ball in, and it is a beautiful play already. Banvit just set it up right from the go. I just fell asleep on defense. Harris splits the screen, loses the dribble, it's a turnover. Banvit can break Kalearo, transition, kicks it out, we got a 3 in the corner. Oh my Lord! It is beautiful. And it is the Canadian again, as he just drains the 3 in the corner. Narantzakis just get called for the traveling violation. Another turnover. You can see he pulls up for the pump fake. Yep, it's a good call. It's a silly move. I'm not quite sure why he picked up his pivot foot. It's a rookie mistake. It's a foul on the ground. Looks like it's on Chinamanu. No, it's on Mike Green, actually. Routon's made his loss. Gave it right back. Dish. Gaspar Vidmar looked like he was going to bring the house down. but he's able to lay it up. And Banvit, all of a sudden, with a 12-point lead out of nothing from the beginning of the third quarter. It was only a 5-point lead a minute and 20 seconds ago, but Mike Green takes it in. Can't get it. Mike Green looking for the foul, but the ref is not going to give it to him. Taylor thought about going baseline, uses the screen, ins and outs, back to Routens. They turn it over. There's a foul on the ground. It looks like it's on Andy Routens. You see baseline, just fumbled it. Manny Harris came up with it. And Routens just diving on the floor. You can see just the reach right there. Just enough to call a personal foul on. And Ike are going to have to call timeout because they've just come out flat-footed and completely asleep at the end of the third quarter. See the bench points as well. Very impressive from Ike, but that shows that Ike have a lot of depth, but Ike are in a bit of trouble at the moment because sometimes too much depth can cause a lot of problems for you. Delroy James has not featured in the second half. Just coming into the game right now. Ike 19 for 49 from the field.
One side play, let's go.
Delroy James, we need to get a lot going from him tonight. He's down by 12. A lot of time left. Harris comes over the screen, looks for James. They turn it over again. Good hands from Gaspar Vidmar. It's another turnover. Getcham kicks it out. Down low to Vidmar. Vidmar goes baseline, spins again. Gets double team to kick it out. Someone's got to shoot it. 2 on the shot clock, got to shoot. It's a violation, surely. Rebound by Shakota. Green, isolation. Takes it in, makes the contact. Can't get it. And Ike right now cannot buy a basket. And it's a technical foul called on Mike Green. Frustration he shows at the referee. And that is not good for his team because they were down by 5. You can see that. And he's let his team down. Mike Green's got to show more discipline than that. Because now Banvit will get a free throw and they'll get the possession back. Tony Taylor makes it. Now it's a 13-point lead. You can understand Mike Green's frustration. He's been looking for a call in the last few possessions. He hasn't got it, but with your team down by 12 points, 7.5 to go in the fourth, you've got to show more discipline. It's a great player, Mike Green. He's let his team down there in that play. Tony Taylor spins around, puts up the shot. Nothing but net from Tony Taylor. And that is as good as it gets. Because now Ike got to call timeout. They're down by 15. And Tony Taylor made the jump stop. He span out back to the middle. And he just swished it.
Okay, 2 passes away. He's inside. If the pick is like this, weak side. Okay. Guys, don't give up. Don't give up. Let's play one.
That's exactly what they got to do. They cannot give up right now. They got to keep going. Remember, 7.5 minutes of plenty of time. Few possessions, few stops, and get right back into this game. But Banvit, so impressive. It's not easy to come here on the road and play a team like Ike, but they've kept it cool, they've kept their nerve. They've been very, very disciplined. Ike yet to win a game here on their home court. Picked up a big victory last week in Italy. Looks like the struggles still continue at home. James takes it in, spins, gets up the fake, can't get it. Can't get his own rebound. Good defense from Gaspar Vidmar. Pulls up for the triple, can't get it. Big rebound by Delroy James. Xanthopoulos can try and break. Back to Harris. Harris takes it in the middle, makes the contact, gets it to go. Manny Harris now 12 points. Been a little bit quiet, but he started the game off on fire. They really need to get a lot going from him in the last 6 minutes here. They're down by 13. Cagliaro guarded by Sakota, takes a baseline, can't get it. Rebound by James. He gets it to Barlow. He's fouled in transition by Tony Taylor. Kelsey Barlow just taking it in. Tony Taylor with a reach. Harris pulls up for the three in the corner, can't get it. Banvit just have to slow things down. There's no need for a rush. Play at their tempo. Wear the defense down. There's a foul on the ground. It's on Xanthopoulos. You can see Taylor just with a quick step over Xanthopoulos, and he's got hands all over him. Mavridis comes back into the game. Delroy James only played for a short amount of time here in the fourth quarter. Jacob Odom will come back in as well. Another foul on the ground, and Xanthopoulos, he looks at the ref as he disagrees. I think if that's a 15 foul, Adoni Thomas is going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. I'm not too sure what's in that, but... And a third consecutive foul is picked up by Xanthopoulos. I mean, he's picked up 3 fouls there in the space of 20 seconds now. I mean, yeah, it's silly. He's holding on to Jacob Odom. Got no case to argue there. It's just a silly foul to pick up. He's trying to, I see what he's trying to do. Trying to get his hand in the passing lane. But you can't hold on to a player. I mean, Xanthopoulos is an unbelievable defender. Really, really top class. I think it's out of frustration. Cagliaro makes it 2 in a row. Mike Green's back into the game. They need something out of Mike Green and Manny Harris. Throw it down to Mavroidis. Backs down against Kulig. Mavroidis looking for the spin, gets it, gets the contact, and he makes it 2. Cuts it down to a 12-point game. 5 minutes to go here. It's a 13-point lead, actually. Kulig Gets a reach, but no foul called. And Mike Green, transition, pushes off, doesn't get it. Matty Harris misses the layup. And that has been the story of the night. You can't fault Mike Green and Matty Harris are working hard to come up with the goods, but you've got to make wide open layups. Mike Green did a great job getting the ball on the break. Ike have got to finish those. That is a confidence blower. Getchim, pick and pop. Kulik thought about the three, doesn't go with it. And this time Mavroidis is called for the reach-in foul. You see he reaches in with his right hand. It's a good call from the official. Kulik, the Polish international, will go to the line for 2 shots. So he misses the first. A good foul, actually. Makes the second. It's a 14-point lead. You can see Mike Green's telling Mavroidis to go post up. They want to get the ball to Mavroidis in the low block. They get the Mavroidis. It's going to back down against Kulik. There's a reaching foul on the floor. I think Kulik's trying to say to the ref, look, he's reaching his elbows out. You get it to Matty Harris. Back to Mavroidis, back to Mike Green. 4 on the shot clock. Green pulls up for the big 3. Mike Green, that is a big shot as he cuts the lead down to 11. And Jake Odom just brings the ball up under pressure. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Pick and pop with Kulik. Getchim, he's got a mismatch. Mike Green on Kulik down low. Getchim takes it in, and they turn it over. Good defense from Ike, and there we go. That is a bit better. Ike showing what they're capable of. They get to Sakota. Green guarded by Odom, gets it back to Sakota. There's a foul on the ground. It's on Angelo Caballero. It's only the 4th team foul. So they won't go to the free throw line for shots. Tony Taylor comes back into the game as Odom takes a break. Harris takes it himself, makes the contact. Looks like the foul is on Kulik. Or is it on Tony Thomas? Matty Harris is going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. That's a tough one, that is. You can't tell who the foul's on. Depends what angle it's called from. Makes the first. Matty Harris cuts it down to a 10-point lead. It's all gone wrong for them at the beginning of the 4th quarter, but 3.5 to go here. It's a 9-point lead to Banvit. It's only a couple of possessions now. Ike could dig and get a stop. Kulik gets the handoff with Taylor. They go pick and roll. Now they got the mismatch. Mavroidis on Taylor. Taylor gonna look, kicks it out. Adoni Thomas, he'll take it in. Puts up the floater. Adoni Thomas, and that is tough as he hits the shot off the handoff. And he puts it back to an 11-point lead for Banvit. Green looking for the backdoor, didn't get it. Spins, takes it middle, and there's a foul on the ground. And Mike Green's going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Looks like the foul's on It's on Adoni Thomas. You can see Green spins. Adoni Thomas hands all over him. You can see not moving his feet. Mike Green makes the first. He's an unbelievable player, Mike Green, but beginning of the fourth quarter, just let the frustrations get the best of him. You can really rely on him. Very smart point guard. He can also shoot the ball from the perimeter. As he makes it 2 for 2. It's now a 9-point lead, down deficit. They get the ball into Kulig. I can't afford a foul. You can't send Banvit to the free throw line. Got to play good defense, force him into a poor shot. They go pick and roll now. Kulig sets the screen. Kick it out. Adoni Thomas, big three, can't get it. Manny Harris comes up with a rebound. Big possession now for Ike. Sakota pulls up for a quick three. Deuces Sakota hits a big three, and he cuts the deficit to 6 points as Banvit have got to call timeout. And Ike not giving up yet. 2 minutes and 19 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. I think it was a long two, actually. It wasn't a three-pointer. We'll have to see the replay. It looked from our angle that it was a three-pointer, but the referee has a better vision. He's just going to go look at the replay to see did he have a foot on the line. Let's have a look. You can't really see from there, but from that angle, it does look like it's a three-pointer. You can see he does step back. Well, that angle's tough, but from the previous one, it did look like by a fraction that it was a three-pointer. So if they're going to call it a two, Ike are going to be very, very unlucky. I think he's saying, can we see it from that camera? Let's have a look here. It's a better angle. Let's see. No, I think that's a three-pointer. It's quarter two. It's a two-pointer only. Referee's made the decision. So now it's a 7-point lead to Banvit, and they've got the possession with 2 minutes and 19 seconds left. I mean, Ike have got to be so frustrated with themselves. If they hadn't made the very poor, sleepy start to the fourth quarter, they wouldn't be in this position. It was only a 5-point lead to Banvit, but a few poor defensive plays, and they fell asleep on offense. And the technical foul to Mike Green really changed the game, but Ike not giving up, not throwing in the towel. Like we said, there's so many players in that squad that can step up and do the job. The likes of Mike Green, Manny Harris, and Chinamelo.
We switch. If he tries to go inside with front, we need to be ready for the high-low. Not deny the passes if the ball is here. And we front. So we front here. The passes, we need to press the passes so it's not an easy pass.
Ike 23 for 57 from the field, with Banvit 26 for 51. Ike have really got to put some full court pressure up now, but they cannot afford to foul. You do not want to send Banvit to the free throw line. Both teams are very, very equal on the rebounds as well.
He gets the ball, use a corner. 65. Money. He gets the ball, back screen, flat screen, attack and see. Flat screen.
Don't want to foul. We'll go pick and roll right now. We'll get the ball to Calayaro. The dribble handoff. Trying to shift the defense. Takes it in. Kulig. It's a big three. Doesn't get it. Manny Harris with the rebound. Harris, think he got away with a double dribble. Mavroidis found and one. And that is a big play. Mavroidis cuts it down to a 5-point deficit, and he's going to go to the free throw line to make it a 3-point play. Damian Kulig just fell asleep. dish off. I'm not sure there was a lot cool they could have done. You can see he stands up straight. The only thing is he's in the semicircle. Mavroidis 12 points. He hasn't made a free throw tonight, so this is a big shot. And he makes it just in and out. It's a 4-point lead to Banvit. Minute and 50 to go here. There's a foul on the ground, and that is a silly play now because now Banvit are going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Getchim, who's a very, very strong free throw shooter. You can see right there, Manny Harris just has his hands on him. Getchim, these are big free throws. Got to make these. Big time. Puts it back up to a 5-point lead. Misses the second one. 5-point lead to Banvit. Minute and 40 to go. Harris gives up the screen. And he turns it over. Manny Harris. Very careless with the dribble. Banvit with another chance to close the game out. Getchim, 5 on the shot clock. Got to pull up, takes it in, turns it over. Mike Green, transition, gives it to Harris. Harris is fouled, and he's going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. And I think the home fans are looking for an unsportsmanlike foul. You can see Adoni Thomas is looking for the jump ball. You can see Getchim turns it over. And in transition, Mike Green gives it to Manny Harris. I mean, no, it's a foul, but it's not an unsportsmanlike foul, that's for sure. Adoni Thomas is going for the basketball. And he's not putting Manny Harris in a situation where he can injure him. So it's a good call from the official. Manny Harris, he turned the ball over in the last possession. Big free throws right now. Makes the first one. It's a 4-point lead to Banvit. Got to keep his nerve. Makes the second, 2 for 2. It's a 3-point lead to Banvit. And this is a big possession now for Banvit. The full court pressure. Vidmar gives it up. Mavroidis has got to be careful. Both teams very sloppy. Both teams in the penalty as well. Don't want to give up any silly fouls now. Thomas, big 3. Can't get it. Mike Green with a rebound. Big possession. Green all the way. Makes the contact. Doesn't get it again. And Mike Green misses the layup. And there's the foul on the ground. Adoni Thomas just got a hard knock. I got to look at the replay of Mike Green's free throw of penetration to the bucket. He could see his replay of the foul. Mavroidis just gives him a little bit of a knock. And it's a bit of a tumble both ways. Well, what a bucket it would have been if Mike Green had made the layup. It'd be a 1-point lead to Banvit, but these are big free throws now. You see Green still discussing with the ref. You've not given me anything tonight. Big free throws. Well, the refs just trying to take care of what's going on, but Tony Taylor got to keep his nerve. Makes the first one. Deals with the pressure, and there you can see from his teammate, that is big. Comes up short, doesn't get it. It's a 4-point lead. Ike get another chance. Green will take it all the way. This time he gets it. 2-point lead to Banvit. Oh, they almost turned it over. It's a push-off. Ref hasn't called it. It's a big play now for Banvit. Ike don't want to foul. Another elbow. Gotta call it. And that, to me, looked like Autumn shoved his elbow right in the green. Green realizes he's picked up his 5th personal foul. He goes to the bench. He's fouled out. Now, Ike have not been clinical enough. They have not hit their free throws when it counts. And if Autumn can hit these threes, he can almost guarantee his team a victory. Makes the first. It's huge. If he makes this, he's got his team almost over the finish line. Makes them both, and that is huge. As it's back to a 4-point lead. They get into Harris. Ike have got to shoot a 3. Harris takes it all the way, misses a layup. And ladies and gentlemen, that will be all she wrote, as it is Banvit who come up with the victory, 74-70. And it was an exciting game of basketball to watch. It was only a 5-point lead to the visitors at the beginning of the 4th quarter. And Ike just lost their discipline, fell asleep. They went down as many as 15, and they almost made a comeback in the end. But it was an exciting game of basketball to watch. This is what the Basketball Champions League is all about. Group C fixture, as Banvit now go to 2-1. Ike still winless on the home court here at the Waka. They've got a lot to think about. It was a very, very exciting game. I mean, Banvit really were clinical. And Jacob Odom just made the free throws when he needed them. Manny Harris, top scorer for Ike with 18 points, but you can see down the stretch, a few missed layups and a few careless turnovers really cost Ike the game. But it really was exciting stuff to watch. I mean, the amazing part about Banvit is their highest score was Caballero with 13. It was a collective effort on their behalf. But now Banvit go to 2nd in the group with 2-1. And Ike remain in 3rd with 1 and 2, but really got to sort a few things out. Tomorrow, Mehdi Barouf and Movistar Estudiantes will be in action. But it really was end-to-end stuff in the 2nd half. I mean, the 1st quarter was a little bit slow from both teams, but just in the beginning of the 4th quarter, Ike, just all of a sudden, they weren't prepared, they weren't ready. And Banvit made them pay. Well, it's going to be interesting for these two teams that they do next week, as you know, Banvit will be at home to Mehdi Barouf in game day 4 of the Basketball Champions League. And while Ike really got to sort themselves out and think what they got to do to improve. It's such a talented team, but they've really got to do a better job playing together. Because next week they'll have another chance to break the voodoo on their home court as they take on Rosa Radom. That'll be a big game for Ike, because they're at home again. And they've really got to make the most of playing at home. You can see Mavroidis, Kaspar Vidmar catch it off the inbound, one dribble, lays it up. Dusha Shakota putting up the shot that Chinamelo Elanu just tips back. A good dish off from Manny Harris back to Elanu, who just does a baseline spin and lays it off the backboard. And Big Angelo just finishing from 15 feet, and what a deep 3 from Routens. Manny Harris dishing it off again. Elanu just gets himself into the right position at the right time. Tony Taylor with the deep 3. What a shot it was. Harris in transition, just scraping it off the backboard. Tough shot. And Adoni Thomas pulling up. He had a very good game tonight. Kaspar Vidmar through the lane. Everyone thought he was going to dunk it, but Just laid it up, and Manny Harris in transition, making the contact. Spin around, Tony Taylor. Magical move. Mavroidis making the contact, going baseline. Dish it off, and Mike Green. What a big shot by Mike Green. Really needed that triple. And Donnie Thomas. Green give it to Mavroidis, who got the and one. Ike could have cut the lead down to 1, but we thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you next week. Game day 4 of the Basketball Champions League. It's goodbye for now.